I'm Staff Sergeant Gonzalez. In this episode, we cover how to file for VA compensation. Today, we head down to the Calhoun County VA office and speak to the Director of Veterans Affairs himself, Mr. Aaron Edlifson. Formerly known as Staff Sergeant Edlifson, he served 2 tours in Iraq and earned his Combat Action Ribbon in 2004. Since then, he has helped hundreds of individuals process their VA claims. I couldn't think of anybody more uniquely qualified, especially after 10+ years of service in the Marine Corps, to answer your questions in the most dumbed-down, summarized, Barney-style version that even a Marine can understand. Let's go meet him. We're here at the Calhoun County Veterans Affairs office, and I'm sitting down with the Director of Affairs, Mr. Aaron Edlifson. Brother, I want to thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
I have a lot of Marines that ask me questions concerning the VA, and obviously you're a duty expert in what you do. I appreciate you going out of your way to answer these questions. My first question for you is, what exactly is VA compensation?
VA compensation is a tax-free monthly monetary benefit paid to veterans who were either injured on active duty or had an injury aggravated by their service on active duty. Additionally, there are several categories of veterans who are eligible for other disability benefits, such as Vietnam veterans, Gulf War veterans, former prisoners of war, and veterans exposed to ionizing radiation. They all have additional disability benefits they're eligible for. For your typical veteran, they're covered from boot camp all the way until their separation date.
So a lot of Marines that I speak to think that because they haven't been in combat or maybe they haven't been wounded, that they're not eligible for VA compensation. Who's eligible to apply for VA compensation?
Any veteran is eligible for compensation as long as they have what they believe to be a service-connected disability and they have a discharge that's other than dishonorable.
So my third question is, how does one go about applying for VA compensation? For example, I got a Marine that does 4 years active duty, he gets out, now he's in the IRR. What does he do from the step he walks into the doctor's office and to the point where money hits his account every month?
The first thing he's going to want to do is find the veteran service officer that works in his county. They're housed in veteran service offices and veterans affairs offices in every county. And their role is to facilitate that federal claim, to put together the evidence and do the paperwork to assist that veteran. In addition to their federal claim, they can also help with state and local benefits that are out there.
My fourth question is, let's say I have the typical scenario where I have a Marine that does 4 years active, now he's in the IRR, and he's looking at the reserves. Can you receive VA benefits while serving in the reserves?
Yes, you can. You can receive your medical care through the VA hospital, but you can also still receive your compensation. The only catch is you can only receive one or the other, drill pay or compensation. It's a personal decision, but most veterans go with the drill pay as it's more beneficial to them.
My fifth question is, who's eligible for health care through the VA?
Any veteran that has an honorable or general under honorable condition discharge is eligible for health care. There are certain circumstances where veterans that don't have one of those discharges, they're still eligible, but it's a case-by-case basis. The best thing to do and what the VA recommends doing is, regardless of your circumstance, to go ahead and apply for benefits and let them sort out the eligibility.
All right, I've got one more question for you, and that's, what are some things a Marine can do to get ahead of the game before they actually EAS?
Before you EAS, there's 2 things you really need to do. The first is to get a physical copy of your service treatment record, just to make sure that you actually have that physical copy. You can take it to the county veteran service officer when you apply. The second thing is to go to medical and make sure everything has been documented. If you have any knee aches, knee pains, back pains, anything like that, it needs to be in there. So when the VA looks through your medical record later on, they see you were treated in service.
Awesome. I want to say this has been really helpful. I really appreciate your time.
Sure. It's my pleasure.
All right. I want to thank you for watching another episode of Ask a PSR. If you're a Marine who has honorably served and you want to at least see what your options are, contact your nearest prior service recruiter in your area of the country, all of which are listed at the very end of this video. And don't forget, Marines, when filing for VA compensation and the doctor asks you, did you wear your earplugs, Marine? The correct answer is yes. Because every Marine knows earplugs protect you from everything, even if it's a direct hit.
Yeah.